Well, hey, Ben. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys can hear me. I know you cannot see me at this time, honey, but I definitely hope you guys can hear me. Okay, your girl will be coming on the screen shortly. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me. And also let me know in the comments that you guys can indeed hear your girl. Okay, happy Sunday to everybody. I hope that your day has been going great so far. I hope you all have been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Girl, we have another loaded review ahead of us. Okay. We have some stuff going on all of the shows that we will definitely be getting into, girl. And the sad part is that Miss iPad over here, girl, I can't. Miss iPad over here is still doing whatever the hell it is that she wants to do. And I thoroughly have an issue with it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see something here. Give me 1 second. I might be on the wrong one. All right, let me just go ahead and do it like this. What's up, everybody? What is going on, dear hearts? What is going on? Let me go back to the comments and see if you guys can hear me without issue. I feel like I'm missing one of my images. I think that I am. So therefore, I won't put it up because I'm missing it and I'm mad about it. I must have deleted it. Oh my. Let me see what y'all got going on over here. See who we got over here in the chat. What's up, everybody? What's up, Sweet Jasmine? What's up, Lavita? I'm headed to church, but I wanted to come in and make sure I press the like button before I head in. I'll catch you on the playback. Yes, Lavita, go and get your praise on, honey. And then come on out, all right? And when you come on out, you can act the fool as you need to, okay, when it comes to these reviews and these shows, okay? What's up, All In? What's up, Cynthia? What's up, April? Okay, what's going on, Chris? Ashley Von Travia says, can we do Love and Marriage Huntsville first? Babe, I can't do Love and Marriage Huntsville first. I'm sorry. I love ya. I love ya. You'll have to come back. And let me go ahead and say this while I'm getting ready to do this review. Highly aware of an interview that Marceau and Tisha did. I have not watched it, guys. I've had a ton of things happening this weekend. If you're in my Discord, you see a little bit of what happened. But I have a ton of things to happen this weekend, honey. So listen, all these shows that I'm watching, I watched them this morning. So I haven't even gotten a chance to check out the interview. And I'm highly aware of what Miss Ariana got going on over there. I couldn't bring that story to you guys yesterday because I just had so much going on. But I will be talking about that in a separate video. It won't be in this video, okay? So yeah, we'll talk about that at a later time. Girl, this motherfucking laptop here, baby. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna have to use my phone until she gets it together. What's up, Zihara? Hope I said that right. What's up, Keisha? Joshua? Argue with your mama. Happy Sunday, y'all. I have to start by saying I can't stand to be like cousin Kiki. She was going hard for Tisha last year. Now you mad about 4 years ago, child, please, that we're going to talk about it. What's up, Tina? Miss Bianca. Thank you so much, Ventravius, that you can hear me. What's up, Crash, Chris, everybody. What's up? Okay, so let's just go ahead and hop into this review so that we can get to Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reason you guys really came here. So let's go ahead and get Marry Me Now up out the way. All right, like I said, I don't have my images and I'm so disappointed about it, but we'll just keep it going. Okay, so Angela and Mel Quinn, these are the two people that we end up meeting for Marry Me Now. Y'all, this Marry Me Now, even though I did not like how this young lady made the decision to propose to this guy, I definitely felt the way about this episode. It pissed me off, okay? So they've known each other since junior high school. Give me 1 second. Jaden. Can you bring me a bottle of water, just like a regular bottle of water off the counter? Sure. Thanks. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, so they've been together since junior high school. They have 3 children together, and I think their names are so cute. So you have Denver, you have Dallas, and you have Detroit. And I was like, oh, I mean, I don't know why y'all named them after, places in America, but it's cute. It's cute, girl. I like it. All right. So she says that she has bugged him a lot about proposing to her and about getting married. But she got to a point where I'm going to stop asking you. Thank you so much, son. Appreciate it. So yeah, she's like, I got to a point. I'm tired of asking him. I'm not going to ask him no more. I'm at a place where I'm going to do it myself. All right. So his parents, what we learned, they were never married. Parents were never married. Her mom isn't a fan of him, but it seems like his mama ain't a fan of her, and she pissed me the hell off. Okay. What else? Angela tells her mom that she's going to propose to Mel Quinn, and her mom laughs in her face. Do you hear me, girl? Miss Mother was cackling, and I was like, so what's gonna follow? Don't laugh and be like, oh, I'm happy for you. Mama gave it the real. And she was the realest mama for me to come on this show. Everybody else act like they so happy, so excited. But the mama gave her the real, okay? She tells her that it's about time. But I just feel like he should be asking you this question. Okay, you should be out here asking this man that. She tells her, well, guess what? The wedding is gonna be in 3 days, Mom. So get ready. Okay, so she's gonna have that. Her mama was like, well, dear girl, what the hell is the rush? Okay, and I'm like, well, I understand you, mama, but then I kind of don't understand you. I mean, they've been together for 7 years, so it is like, girl, what's the rush? But at the same time, it's like BIT, they need to be rushing. They got 3 kids, known each other since junior high school, and have been together for 7 years. Girl, I had a little flashback myself, girl. Anyway, I'm delivered. Let's keep going. Let's talk about her business and not mine. So mom doesn't think he gonna say yeah. At least that's how it came off. Like if he say yeah, I said, oh girl, you don't think he gonna say yeah? Well, let's keep going. So the coach asked the mama, if he says no, what does she think her daughter's gonna do? Or what do you think she should do? She was like, she should have been did it. Okay, she go in so many words, she gonna be there. Okay, she gonna stay around because the type of BIT that I am, I'm not gonna hang around for no SHI like that. But see, she built like her daddy. Correct, she built like her daddy. She not built like me. Cause see, if she had any of me in her, she wouldn't stick around for this whole. All right, and then the lady said, "Well, then what do you mean, ma'am? What was her dad? He was soft." I said, not you calling this man soft, but his tatty whacker wasn't soft when he got in you and created her. Girl, you. Rest his soul, because y'all know her dad passed away. Don't be speaking on that man like that. Girl, don't do him like that, because them bones is pretty hard, I'm sure, as they lay down there in the grave as well. Don't do that man like that, ma'am, because he ain't here to defend himself. About that man soft. Girl, cut it out. And you probably, and the brother probably his child too. Talk about somebody being soft. But anyway, girl, what was you then if you got with a soft man? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, girl. So anyway, what else? So Angela goes to meet with her brother. She met with somebody else, but I kind of zoned out. So I'm not sure who that person was or how that person responded, because she ended up going to get her dressed with that person. So Angela meets with her brother and she tells him that she's doing the proposing, right? He's shocked. Love the brother's honest reaction. Okay. He kept telling her, nah, man, nah. Man, nah, man, no, man, no. I was here for the brother, kept it really honest. He said he isn't happy about this. He's going to support his sister wholeheartedly, but he just feel like, nah, because I feel like this is something he should be doing. But if this is something you want to do, I want to support you in this. Okay, so let me make sure that I do that, right? So what else? He says, yeah, he said he's not going to leave her hanging because he'll walk her down the aisle. That was something that he mentioned. So he says that they have 3 kids together, and he should be at a point where he should be ready to propose, but he will be at the wedding, if the boy says yes. I was just with the brother like, yeah, y'all done had 3 kids. Y'all had 3 kids. Y'all been together for 7 years. You've known her all of your life. Okay, you're the good man like your mama say that you are. Now, granted, I understood the boy wholeheartedly on the proposal. I do not think that she should have approached him on that. But here we are, right? Here we are. That's something she chose to do. People make their own decisions over their life, and her decision was to propose to her man. And it's killing me and my homegirls, okay, that you're not at that place. So she's not good enough for you to marry, but she's good enough for you to be with for 7 years and for you to father 3 children with this woman. What was it? Yeah, we have problems, Houston. We do. What else? So Roderick, her brother helps her pick out a ring. And what I love that Roderick said, I want her to pick out the most basic ring she could find, because she the one doing the proposing. Hilarious. I felt like his ring, the groom ring, about look better than her damn ring. Talk about she want an infinity ring. Girl, I guess. I mean, that may be your style, girl. That may be what you like, girl. No, give me. I need a diamond. Give me a diamond or infinity. You could do an infinity band, but it need to have a diamond on top, please. Thank you, please, please, man. Nobody needs to question whether or not you take it. You feel what I'm saying, right, my girl? So then Angela meets with Mel Quinn's half sister, Andra. And first of all, we don't know. Like, first of all, they say a half sister. I'm like, in the Black community, we really don't do halves, girl. I mean, maybe if we don't like you like that, we'll say that you're a half. But we really do wholes, girl. It's either brother and sister or sister and brother. It's not half and half. That's not, you know what I'm saying? For people just don't, we don't do that. But anyway, so she tells her her brother's sister about the proposal, okay? But the girl seemed to not be impressed. It was coming off as if she probably already knew or something. I don't know. She was like, oh, okay. Well, listen, I was really concerned about the game because I was wondering what kind of questions y'all was gonna ask. And I'm like, tap, tap, ma'am, excuse me, she just told you that she finna propose to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Her reaction was, I guess, a bit delayed. So when she told her, like, we gonna get married, like, immediately, she was like, oh, girl. That's when we saw the reaction. And she said, well, I mean, girl, y'all grown. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, girl. I just, all right, then. But what if he had some plan for you? Like, what if he was planning on, proposing to you at Christmas time? Like, how would you have responded? And then here go Angela, girl, did he say that? He said he was going. She was like, nah, I was just asking. I said, well, ma'am, come to the front and sit your ass down because you knew that man had no plans on proposing to this girl. Gonna sit up there and give her a hypothetical. No, ma'am. That's why we here now. Talking about some what if he was gonna propose around Christmas time. Girl, if you don't sit your, so what was y'all advocating these past 7 years? Anyway, girl, let me keep going. I was like, girl, you don't sit your ass the fuck on. What is this? Anyway. What else? Andra Sunstein. I mean, here she go in her confessional. I mean, I feel like my brother is gonna be really embarrassed because if it's the fact that he won't be getting down on one knee to propose to her. So I really feel like my brother is gonna be embarrassed by that. I said, he needs to be embarrassed by being with this woman that he's known since junior high school for 7 years, okay? He needs to be embarrassed by that and having 3 children, okay? And not showing any type of commitment with a ring, an official commitment, okay? Now, first of all, your mama already running your mother. Let's be clear. God forbid anything happened to you. She ain't gonna have no say-so in nothing. Your mama is, like she been having say-so in everything else, okay? This a problem. That's a problem. She want to talk about what her brother, I don't know what your brother's gonna be embarrassed about, okay? Not when it come to that. He should be embarrassed by this. And ain't enough people in your family making him feel embarrassed about it. Now I'm embarrassed by you getting up here doing this confession. Anyway, let's keep going. So half sister, we talked about that. Angela and Mel Quinn's mama. Girl, Miss Mel Quinn. Miss Mel Quinn got on my nerves, baby. Miss Mel Quinn, y'all should have saw Miss Mel Quinn when the news dropped because Miss Mel Quinn realized they must have told her we don't have to confiscate all phones. Sometimes when you go to set, that's what happened. You got to leave your phone over here, X, Y, Z. And I feel like because they purposely, the girl saying, I don't want to tell her about the proposal or anything until the day of, because she gonna try and stop it. You feel what I'm saying? I said, I feel like they specifically told Miss Mel Quinn to come to the front and leave all items over here to the right. Okay? Leave all items over here and then shooting and filming will take place over there. Do you hear what I say? Girl, somehow she finagled her way in there and still got a hold of her son. But let's keep going. So Mel Quinn mama, she lets her know that she is proposing to Mel Quinn. Mom seems to not be as shocked. I don't know if y'all caught that. Mama also wasn't shocked from the beginning. So that makes me feel like somebody done got a hold to mama to let her know what was going on. All right. But when she found out that mother wedding was going to be on that day, baby, when I tell you the sky fell on that day and her heart almost came out and started tap dancing. Yes, mama almost fell out because she knew, oh, Lord, I can't get a hold of my son. Oh, they got my phone, girl. I can't call. Oh, I can't stop that. Grace probably finna happen. Girl, I'm finna lose my baby. I ain't got no man. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I ain't married. I got that going on. My son finna be married. I'm finna really be alone, girl. She already took my son enough. She got the 3 boys. I'm like, girl, she up there panicking. Ooh, so anyway, let's keep going. Mom seems to not be in shock. She gives her blessing though, but tells her they still have some things that they need to work on. Right now, she did show a big reaction, like I said, when it came down to the wedding. Mom was struggling because she had no control over this situation. She had the audacity to tell this girl that she thinks her son needs time because she got him put on the spot. Miss Mel Quinn, you think your son needs time because she put him on the spot? How much fucking time do you think he's given her already? 7 years and 3 children. How much time do you think he's already had to think about this? How much more time do he need? Now, granted, I understand. I feel like I understand it more if it's coming from him, right? Maybe not really when you look at the circumstances, but it's the fact that his mom, he need more time. How much more time? Now, granted, I just cringe at the fact that it's her proposing. I feel like that's where I'm feeling conflicted because it's her proposing to him. But at the end of the day, here we are, right? So this is a different level, different type of ultimatum that she's presenting him with. And here we are. And you talk about your son need time. What about the time he's wasted on her? Girl, and continuing to waste the time based on the ending credits. Well, let's keep going. Right. So, yeah, mama has been with her. No, ma'am, the guy has been with her for 7 years. Like, what the F you think should be happening right now? He has had all the time in the world. What you think, what you think, like, why hasn't he proposed pretty much? I also feel like the reason he hasn't proposed to the girl is because of his mama. I feel like she has a lot to do with his progression in this relationship. Mind you, his parents were never married. I don't know if her parents were, but his parents were never married. So that means Mama Mel Quinn and that daddy was never married, but she want to sit up here and talk about what her son deserves and how he deserves respect. He deserves this and that. You don't think that she deserves the same thing, ma'am? The mother of 3 children, and you a mother yourself. You a woman first before you a mama, right? And you don't see where she coming from? Oh, wow. Right? So, she says, my son is a sweet guy and he just wants someone to love and respect him. And I don't think that's there. I don't think it's there. I don't think it. Okay. So she want to bring up how Angela talks to her son when they're disagreeing. And Angela said, but what about how your son talked to me? So you're not going to address that? Oh, okay then, Betty Boo. Girl, I can't. So mom tells her that the proposal would be beautiful. You know, can I talk to her for us? Can we get me and her? Can we see each other? Thank you so much. Listen, I think the proposal would be really cute today. Go on, do the proposal. This is really cute. But when it comes to the wedding, I just think, girl, you shouldn't do that. You're just putting 20 on 10 on them. You know what I'm saying? You're taking me in, you're taking him too fast. All right, so can we just slow it down a little bit? Like you could do the proposal, all of that. But if you think you're gonna walk my son down the aisle, this is just too much. And she also gives me the type of mama that wants to be the mother-in-law that wants to be heavily involved in the planning of this young lady's wedding too, right? I feel like she would come in and try and dictate and be like, oh no, you shouldn't do those flowers. You should have that. Oh no, it's a no, I don't want nobody. If I don't come to you and ask you your thoughts, honestly, do not tell me what it is you think I should have for my, you know what I'm saying? So no, she gives me that. I don't know if she'll be like that, but she definitely strikes me as that woman that wants a ton of say-so, right? So Angela tells her that she is still doing it. Oh, she go to let her know, like, bro, this is cute. I hear what you're saying. I know you may feel like it's taking you too fast. Okay, but girl, he's taking me too slow. So it's still going to happen today. No. It's still going to happen today. Yes, it is. So you tell me how you want to move. Are you going to be there? I didn't already answer that question, girl. I already answered it. Okay, well, I need you to answer it again. Well, I didn't already said that, girl. I'm going to see you later now. Okay. All right, girl, cut it out. I said, girl, if y'all don't get Miss Sue Ann and put her to the quickest seat, girl, she was doing too much. So the coach says that she was really proud of Angela for sticking up to Miss Mel Quinn, okay? What else? She walks up to her man in her wedding dress, which I cringe at that, and I don't think it's fair to the ladies. Honestly, like, why y'all making a mockery of them already that they proposing? Then they gotta walk out here and be proposing in their damn dress. Girl, I don't want to drag my dress on this ground. No, ma'am. Let me just walk out in a cute white dress with a little, a little tiara or something on. And then let me, you know what I'm saying? But girl, I ain't talking about me. I'm really talking about y'all because I'm not gonna do that. Period. Anyway, so she walks up to her man and she asks him to marry her. He says yes. She said, okay, can we get married now? And he says yes. He was actually all for it. He was disappointed when they got to the car because he felt like, dang, like I'm supposed to be the one doing this. I'm supposed to be the one that's proposing to you. So I don't like the fact that it's you proposing to me or whatever. But, you know, if this is what you really want, it seems like he was willing to do that if this meant a lot to her and it meant everything to her. But who got in the middle of that? That mangy mama, Miss Melquin. Okay, she got in the middle of that at some point, right? So he says that he was actually planning on proposing to her and doing it the right way. You weren't planning on doing a mother thing. That's the thing for me, sir. You weren't planning on doing anything at all. And you know that. And you're over here trying to play with the intelligence of the people, and I don't like it. Okay. And she also didn't believe him. So she tells him that, but that's the thing, I don't know. Like, what's soon? Like, I don't know what it is that you're going to. I don't know, sir. When are you? Okay, you ain't been doing it. It's been 7 years. Are you waiting for 10? Are you waiting for 10? Did he want to say some silly ass shit, talk about something? I was trying to save money. I was trying to save the money so that I could buy your fuck all that shit you talking about, sir. Because, and everybody feels differently, but I just feel like rings now, you can pay on them. I don't know how long it's been like that, but girl, you can make your monthly payments or whatever, girl. Like, you could have got the ring last year. By now, you probably would have been finished paying off on the ring, and then you could have proposed, and everything would have been good. Stop giving people excuses. Nobody wants to hear that because people make room and make time for the things that it is that they really, really want. You know what I'm saying? You probably paying for all kind of streaming services that will equal up to the amount of a bill for a ring on a monthly basis. And once it's done and it's official, then you can get down on that knee and you can do what you got to do. But see, you ain't got no intentions on that. And I just hate it for her. Like, I mean, you know, when you're in love and you have a certain view of your life and vision and you really care about a person or whatever, it is difficult to, you know, completely walk away. But I wish she would have those real hard conversations. I feel like people be afraid of walking away from stuff out of fear that, they're going to lose that person. But then I think, like, if you're having honest, true conversations with yourself, you got to be okay with if they're not willing to give you what you want long term, and you already in it about 5 years, and all they keep talking about is I see you as my future X, Y, and Z. Then at some point, you might have to take that L. And just, you know what I'm saying? Just take that L and move on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a lot that goes into it, I'm sure, because I'm just like, if you ain't trying to lock it down, then I could go out here and just do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what else? So what else? I do understand him feeling a way about it because he shouldn't, because she shouldn't be the one having to propose. So I get that. But I also heavily feel like he full of shit. So I also was feeling like if you're so focused on the proposal, I was like, proposing out in. If that's how you feel and you really want to be with her, whatever, then how about you just go ahead and get down? That's what I'm waiting to see. At least one guy that's gonna get back down on his knee, probably during the marriage ceremony or even before, and at least propose to her so she knows for sure this is something that you want to do, whatever. Like, and it seems like he was getting to that point and he was going to do that until that mangy mama decided that she was going to come in. Okay. What else? Melquin's mom called Angela's mama. So Angela's mom was like, yeah, you know, she called me, girl. Yeah, girl, she called me and she was going the hell off. And she was like, what, girl? She was going off. And she was like, yeah, girl, I couldn't even get a word in. That's how upset she was. Right. So what else happened? So his mom decided that she wanted to go in there and talk. I want to go in here and talk to my son. She get in there, she started doing all this crying, and you know what I'm saying, because I want the best for you and I want this. And I said, girl, you can cut all that crying out. I hated talking about how she done did all this planning and then said you're supposed to be the man of the house. But I feel like she disrespects you. She's supposed to respect you. I said, ma'am, bye. You don't even respect her yourself. Get out. Go away from us with this. Hated it. And you over here pressed about the respect that she's supposed to give to him, but what about the respect he gives to her? Girl, you saw one side and think your son perfect, talking about your son sweet and this, that, and the other. Girl, I can't stand you. Girl, I bet when the teachers came and told you how your son really was, you didn't believe it and probably said the teachers was the problem. Huh? Girl, I don't like the woman. And based off of that mangy ass mama, it probably will make me want to reconsider being a part of this family anyway. But anyway, and I'm like, why are you? This is another thing it was giving me. It was giving competition. It was giving her competing with her soon-to-be daughter-in-law. It was giving her competing with her son's girlfriend. It was giving her competing with her children's mom. Or I'm sorry, her grandchildren's mom. Like, why are you competing with this woman? Because that's what it's giving to me. I'm like, where is your man? And in the words of what Nene, where is your scooter? Okay, where is your scooter, ma'am? So you can scoot your about these folks' business. Okay, you can't control all decisions. This man grown and had 3 children. You still over here trying to run it. But the sad part is the fact that he allows it. He allows it. Girl, How this motherfucker boy? I'm not gonna sit up here. You can have your son, ma'am. Come get him back. Come get his ass, ma'am. You're right. He's better with you than with me, girl. Come get him. Anyway, what else? She says she don't want no woman in his life that can hurt him. In what way? Hurt him how? Things happen. Okay, you're not going to be able to shield people from hurt. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have hurt can come from multiple ways. It doesn't have to come from infidelity. It could come from other things like hurt how. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what is happening here? It bothers me because I'm like, you don't think she was hurting with them labor pains from when she was carrying them 3 boys? You don't think she went through a lot? Oh, girl, I can't stand that mangy mama. I feel like the auntie couldn't stand her either. So he says he's only upset about it not going right. He said, I'm only upset about it not going the right way, meaning he wants to propose to her. The mama is like, yeah, that's what hurts me. It wasn't done the right way. And it's like, I don't like this woman. It's whatever little thing that he tells her, she takes that, uses that to further push whatever agenda she got going on. And it just gives me, you're not listening to what your son's saying. You're hearing what it is you want to hear and trying to force and impress your thoughts on him so that things can go in the direction that you want. And I can't stand that. What else? She says, oh yeah, when she was like, it just wasn't done the right way. So for me, I was like, all this pressure you putting on him to not have this wedding, why you ain't put this much pressure on him to marry the mother of his children? And I feel like as much as he listens to his mom and just hangs on to her every word, makes me feel like he's not ready for marriage. He really not. And she should reconsider, but she already knee deep in it. 3 kids, 7 years. She's really hanging on because of the history, even though she's not fully happy. But okay. What else happened? And then she gonna tell him, tell the truth. If he doesn't want to do it, don't do it. That's your truth. He didn't say that he didn't really want to do it. He just didn't like how it went. So now he's thinking maybe he should propose before the ceremony even happens. But you're putting a different idea in his head. So I mean, I guess, girl. I just would have respected it better if it was truly his idea. You know, like the last dude when the Asian girl wanted to marry the black boy and all that other stuff, and then he ended up saying like, "Not today. This ain't how we want to do it." But I feel like they was together about the same amount of time. So the only issue, it just sucks because I feel like when I talk about the things I don't like about the guys, it comes off like I'm in agreement with the ladies proposing. I'm not. However, it's their life. They're gonna do what they want to do. I just would respect it more if it was his decision to be like, I'm not ready, whatever, versus the mama intervening with that. Still equals out to not being SHI. So Melquin says that he feels better if he gets down on one knee and proposes to her, right? The mom doesn't want him to do it and says she wants him to be respected and how he's a good man. He's such of a good man, but he's not thinking to marry the woman that has given birth to 3 of his kids that he's been with for almost a decade. But he's a great man. Girl, I hate it. And you feel like your son should find somebody that's going to respect him and do all this and that. But obviously he feels like he has that because he's still in a relationship. We haven't heard any stories about whether she's abused him or done anything. Like, we haven't heard that. It just seems like you're competing with her and you just don't like her. But anyway, Yeah, I just said I cannot with the grown man coddling that she's doing. Tell your son to man the F up. Tell your son that he deserves to have a family the right way. As much as I'm against her proposal to him, hell, they've been together for 7 years and they on their way to another 7 with no growth. Girl, I cannot. Nothing but a growing belly. Anyway, so so anyway, I said that he better get his ass on one knee and propose, which he didn't. So he walks into her room, which I thought he was about to propose to her. He walks in to tell her that they shouldn't do it this way. I felt really bad for her. He says we shouldn't do it this way. He asked her if she's sure that she's okay with doing it this way. And then he asked her mama. Her mama said, yeah, I'm okay with that. If that's what she wants, then I'm going to rock out. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. So he says that I don't want to do it like this. I don't want to do it like this. Okay, so the girl was like, okay, that's fine. Go. You can go. Just leave. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. All right, so she's like, go ahead and go. Coach had to go up front and call off the wedding. All I wanted to do, I'm not going to lie, I wanted to rumble with the mama. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, girl, let's rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's, ma'am, because it was the slight grin that she wanted to put on her damn face to act like she wasn't happy, right? Well, you know you caused all this madness, girl. I wanted to rumble with Miss Ma'am, okay? What else? Later, his aunt goes in there. She goes to speak to her nephew, talking to him, right? He tells her, he says that he says a woman isn't supposed to propose to a man. Well, if that's the case, what else is your definition of a family and marriage? That's the next question, because you have children with this woman. You've been with her for 7 years. Even when your aunt asked you about breaking up, he says he doesn't want to split up. So tell America and tell her, what is your definition and your idea of what you see for marriage, right? A long-term commitment. Let us know what your thoughts are about that, right? So she says, now, is this you speaking, baby? Or is this your mangy ass mama out there speaking? He said, no, it ain't my mangy ass. It's me. These are my thoughts. No, they your mangy ass mama thoughts. That's what they are, right? So there's that. He talked about how he didn't want to split up, whatever. So the coach goes to check in on Angela, really, really sad. She tells her the fear, and I love that she actually said this. She said the fear of losing you should be much more greater than the fear of getting married. And I actually appreciate it. I said, word. Period. Especially after you done gave this man that many lives into his family. Yes, ma'am. Okay. That many legacies to carry on his name. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I agree. She tells her that she really needs to focus on her son. On her sons, and focus on herself, and just really, sit down and think about what it is that she and those boys deserve, because they do deserve to have somebody that's, not that he's an absent father, because he's not. He's definitely there in the household. It's just that she wants to actually be committed. You know what I'm saying? She actually wants to be married. If her sons, all 3 of her sons got your last name and she doesn't, she wants to feel that too. She wants to feel like she's a whole, complete family. Okay. What else? I was thinking to myself that I'd hate for a family to break up, right? Because they are still family, right? But I do feel like if she wants a bigger commitment, I feel like she's at a place where she should receive that. She deserves to get that. 7 years, come on now. What else? Oh yeah, I said, but that's the risk that you do take when you propose to somebody. You got to be okay with the fact that it could go left, because other people do have their ideas of what they will want. I feel like you came out better actually leaving than proposing, because he still didn't give you what it is that he wanted, that you wanted. But what he did do was embarrass you, and you also contributed to that because you came on this show, right, on a much national and a much bigger scale. So you really came out better just walking the hell away. Okay. And when she got done talking about how I don't want his mama to come back, and y'all know, she said, I don't want her, I don't want to see her, and y'all know who her is, I don't want to see him. Her homegirl was like, yes, girl, and he can go back to his mama house. That's right, go back to his mama house. If he's such your mama's the boy, let him go back to mama's house, okay? What else happened? This is harsh, but I feel like when his mom, not wishing this on her, but whenever she does pass, that's when he's going to finally grow the hell up. Because I don't see her relinquishing her hand off of him anytime soon. Okay. So those are my thoughts about that, girl. All right. So, let's go ahead. I'm gonna see what you guys saying, and then I'm gonna get ready to hold on, y'all. Oh, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Give me 1 second. Um 1 second. I'm gonna see what you guys saying, and then we'll talk. Then we'll move on. Girl, come on. There we go. Done. Boom. Uh-oh. Well, how can I turn this around? All right, I'll do it next time. Because I guess I didn't turn it around correctly. Oh, Lord. There we go. All right, babe. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, it's the embarrassment for me. I cannot do it. Absolutely back to his mom's house. That's a shame. Child, hear me. You can see she's just scared to leave and start over, or to feel like she's wasted her time is written all over her face. I have to agree, Gigi. You could tell, girl, she holding on to that history in them years, and also probably thinking and believing to herself that nobody would want her because she has 3 children. Girl, bye. I don't be caring about that all the time. What else? So money don't stop people from getting married. You can start with a simple wedding band and you progress. You buy a diamond. Love that, Tina. Love that. Yes, she could have got that infinity band if that's what she wanted. And over time, he could have got her another band with a diamond or whatever it is that she wanted, right? 2 bands, whatever she wanted. He's just on that humbug at the end of the day. At the end of the day, okay? Yes, I'm so glad that you said this, LB. I'm so glad that you said this because I didn't even get to the ending credits. The ending credits did reflect that she is still with this man. Talk about they got a puppy for the dog. I'm sorry, got a puppy for the kids for Christmas time, and they're working on their communication. Communication wasn't the issue. So why y'all updating us on that? Excuse me. The communication wasn't the issue. The issue was him not wanting to make a true commitment. Okay, so that's what the problem was, girl. But anyway, ooh, child, not 38 minutes, girl. Not me spending that much time. Oh, wow. Girl, let's move on. Let me make a note of that. All right, let's go ahead and scoot over and let's just get to Ready to Love. Let's talk about those things, okay? Let's get to Ready to Love. Okay, so we find out who got sent home, baby. What's up, everybody over here on TikTok? We're talking about Ready to Love. We'll be talking about Put a Ring on It and Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube. The link is in the bio. Okay, so yeah, Tori got his sent home, and I was like, yes, Tori. Bye. I was so glad to see him go in them tight ass pants. While you over here talking about putting something in people's kidneys, you're not putting anything in anyone's kidneys with those tight ass pants, okay? Because I just thoroughly believe a man that's packing is not going to keep it that tight. You understanding what I'm saying? In those jeans, okay? Is there any more room in those jeans? Let the people know. I cannot. So bye, Tori. So glad he's gone. What else do we have here? Sabrina and Demetrius. She tells him she wants a good balance of affection and love. I'm tired of seeing Sabrina go to Demetrius, and it's not begging, but it's starting to look like that, to get some type of affection and attention from him. It's bothersome. But you know what, Sabrina? I made a note at the very end, and I'm probably going to revisit this. You're the problem. I'm starting to see, I be thinking it's other folks, but I'm starting to wonder. I feel like you might be the problem, Sabrina. I do. Let's keep going. So she says that we so used to putting our energy into other people. Now we need to start focusing on us. And then it came a point where I guess when he was trying to focus on her, she goes to the confessional and says some other slick stuff about, I still have a connection with Donovan. Like, girl, you are a problem. But let's keep going. So he tells her this is something new for him, and then says that he doesn't want this to be a concern of hers because outside of this process, she will see a different side of him. And I just felt like, Demetrius, you're bogus, dear heart. Both of y'all playing games, okay? You're bogus. I feel like that's who you are. Who you present is who you are. That's just what it is. I don't think she's going to see a different side of you or anything like that. None of that. That's just who you are. Because if you were who you say you are when you get in a relationship, she would have already seen that because you would have took more of a liking. This woman has had to go to you on multiple occasions to get you to, you know what I'm saying, come up on her. So yeah, no. He says that he doesn't like to give 100% of himself if they aren't moving towards each other. And I'm like, but now she's telling you that. She's telling you she wants y'all to move towards each other, but you're not at that same place. Okay? She wants to move forward with you, but you still talking about, this is very difficult for me because of X, Y, Z. Girl, leave that man alone. Okay, so Carmen and Donovan, they in the hot tub. I'm cringing. Donovan wants to take it to another level with her. She's excited. I'm bothered. Carmen says that she thinks Sabrina is a good girl, but she believes she's a better woman. Girl, let me tell y'all one thing. I do not like Carmen, but I can appreciate the confidence that she has within herself. If ain't nobody else don't have no confidence in you, you better have it in your mother self, okay? So I can't really fault her on that. But the reason I do not like Carmen is because Carmen, to me, has security issues with herself because she often seeks out to compete with other women that are not thinking about her, considering her, or even trying to compete with her. And that's why I cannot take Carmen. All right? I love the confidence. Have it, girl. Have it. But no, ma'am. Okay? It seems like you're trying to disguise that with something else. I don't know. You're trying to disguise it as maybe confidence when high key you really insecure as fuck. All right, but we're gonna get into more of that. What else? Donovan drilled in on who he believes. I feel like when Donovan was having her all in the pool tub, sitting on top of him and doing all this extra stuff, girl, I said, Donovan, you're not slick, baby. See, you think that out of all the women, for real, Miss what's her name, Carmen, gonna put out. And that's what you were seeking. Somebody that could possibly put out while you on that trip. Right? The way you was over there rubbing your hands, talking about, or do something that you would do, Tommy, You knew what you was doing. Just like when Tori said, Carmen, where you sleeping? Because all the guys feel like Carmen is going to be the one that's going to put out. Not the one that they find to be the most attractive or the one that they truly, truly like the best out of all of the ladies. But most of the ladies seem like Joy already focused on who she want. Dakia looked like, don't even try me with that. Tina wasn't even around. And then Sabrina already know who she want, but she also on that, don't try me like that. Right? So Carmen is the one that's coming off as, I'll put out if they ain't. Okay. What else? Dakia is pissed, sipping wine because to me, I feel like she's pissed because everybody else is booed up if she's not. So she's disappointed that Clifton pretty much made his decision without even consulting with her and speaking with her. So I understand the frustration, girl. All right. So she talks with him about Joy and the situation with her putting the bags on the bed and him just spending more time with her than spending more time with Joy than her. So he says he planned on spending more time with her, but when Joy came, it just overtook everything. And I'm like, I don't know, Clifton. I feel like the chemistry has always been Joy. I feel like the energy has always been Joy. I feel like the little subtle conversations you gave to Dakia received it to be more than what it is. And I feel like women do that a lot. When they like somebody, any little thing that they give them, they think that it's a major thing. It's bigger than what, oh girl, he called me and asked me what I ate for lunch. Da, 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 da. He probably called and asked you that because he was trying to figure out what he wanted to eat. Not that he really, really cared, but for you, you're going to be like, oh my God, he cares. He likes me. And that's not what it is. So I think that she could have possibly thought deeper into the situation because I feel like we all watch the show, we all see it's always been Joy. That's what I never really saw the true connection between Dakia and him. Anyway, what else? So Dakia says it's all good because I think he wanted to explain. She's like, no, you don't got to explain anything. She says she sees the connection, but she would have at least appreciated to have known how he was rocking from the beginning. And I said, from the beginning of what? You talking about this trip? Because it's been very clear from the beginning who he was more interested in. So I don't understand this. Okay. I know we want to like Dakia down to the ground. She's cute, all that other stuff, girl, but some stuff not adding up for me. Okay. She decides to get teary-eyed, which I did feel a bit bad for her in that she hugged him, got off him, decided to walk outside, and she kind of cried to herself. But I don't think she cried out of being hurt about Clifton choosing Joy. I think she cried out of opening herself up to this process and not finding the person that she was hoping to find for her. So I think that's what she was being overwhelmed by. But of course she gonna stay because who's still there? Paul. Paul is still full of shit. Paul should have left a long time ago. But when you compare Paul to the options, he's probably the better option to keep around. Yikes. Let's keep going. Sabrina and Demetrius, Clifton and Joy. Clifton says basically he had to close out their connection between he and Dakia. I said, yeah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Dakia pretty much closed out that connection because she had to bring it to your attention and address it, the very things that you didn't want to talk about. So don't sit up here and say that you ended the connection because I feel like Dakia was the one that ended it. But okay. What else? Demetrius, he's trying to show more affection, touching on Sabrina's toes and stuff like that, holding on to her in the pool. And then Joy tells her, girl, you need to whisper in his ear like you was nibbling on his ear. Here goes Sabrina. I will in a minute. I will when I get ready, girl. Don't be trying to tell me what to do, girl. When I feel comfortable, I will. And I'm like, you already did it. Okay, just from a game. So now you're at this place where you just had a conversation with this man, wanting him to show you more affection. Y'all have both agreed to go in more on each other. And you mean to tell me you don't even want to nibble or kiss on his ear when you did it in front of a whole audience, and now you want to sit up here and ask Sadidi and oh my God, while you over here in the pool, in the jacuzzi, girl. Sabrina, you started to be the problem for me, dear. And I just had to sit back and look at you. Damn near got into it with everybody that was interested in you. So I don't know. So yeah, that's what I said. I said she wants Demetrius to go all in, but she's withholding. But she was the one to say how they need to start drilling in on each other. You brought the conversation to the forefront. You just want somebody to run after you, and you like that toxicness. That's what you give, okay? Clifton and Joy spending more time together, honey. Looking forward to later on that night, so we know they hunching, okay? So anyway, Donovan decides he was going to crawl in bed with Carmen. I told y'all what it was, but anyway, let's keep going. Carmen, Tina shows up. She speaks with Donovan. She says how she doesn't really have a connection with any of the guys. Okay, Donovan says that she isn't even in good standing with any of the guys. How does she feel about it? She's like, I don't know. I really don't give a damn. So I don't know what you asked me for. I just came here because they told me I need to come here. I wasn't going to get paid for the last 2 days. So I'm here today, show my face on set, and then get my little check. And then I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about this process. I'm tired. All right. So there's that. What else? Everybody was just wondering why show up at the very last minute. She didn't want to be there, girl. You came out better not coming at all. I want to waste my good gas, okay? With this panorama still going on and inflation getting higher and higher to the sky, no ma'am. So Carmen goes to pretend, right? So after Donovan and Tina talk, Donovan clues in everybody, including Carmen, on what was said with Tina. Y'all know Carmen is really excited because she done already knocked out her person. Girl, I done knocked out somebody else, girl. Yes, okay. Well, really, she knocked out herself, but I'm gonna go over here and act like I like her and like I'm really trying to find out what's going on. No, you was going over there to be nosy and you was going over there to be messy so you can have something to bring back to the group, which is what you did. Okay. So thank you so much. California Cutie for the super chat. Thank you. Always enjoy your lives. Sending love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So Tina tells Carmen that she is only sold on what's his name? Donovan. You know, Carmen wasn't having it. Carmen was like, girl, not you being sold on my man. Girl, I thought you had like Paul. She was like, well, I thought I liked Paul, but the initial connection didn't stay. Okay. But then did you tell him that? It's like, girl, it don't matter what she told. It don't matter at this point. Right, but she had to make sure she diverted the attention to somebody else and get her off Donovan. Like, girl, don't be coming for my man, girl, because I'm already sold. I'm sold on him. Okay, he's sold on me. So then Tina goes on to say, which was interesting. First, she said she was sold on Donovan, then turned around and said that she ain't got no connections here. Okay, well then go, then leave. Okay, just go. All right. I will say this, Tina, that mother confessional look, I like the girl. It was cute, honey. What else is going on? I think Carmen wanted her to sleep on it, but I was like, girl, it ain't nothing to sleep on. Just send Miss Ma'am on her way. What else? The Dakia and Paul. So she met with Paul when they got back. I don't see Paul and Dakia going very far at all. I feel like the farthest they're going to go is to the end of the show. That's it. I feel like he zoned in on her because there are no more options left and everybody is booed up, but probably them too. So that's why I feel like he chose Dakia. Another thing, I don't think Dakia is fully open to having children, whereas I think that's something Paul still wants. So I don't think that she's somebody he's interested in, but somebody to get him to the end of the show, okay? Clifton and Joy, they smashed in so many words, girl. They go out to eat. Life is grand. Let's move on. Nephew Tommy meets with everyone. Okay, he asked about Tina showing up. They said Tina showed up like a few minutes before we was getting ready to get the hell on. Okay, Tommy said he gonna try and have a conversation with her. Okay, Tommy ended up at the end of the episode we saw where he went to go meet up with Tina. Tina never showed up. Some told me she wasn't. When I saw Tommy walking down, I said, watch. I said, she not gonna show up. And she didn't. She left him hanging. So she's done. All right. I don't even know if Miss Girl gonna show up to the reunion. But let's keep going. Joy says that her connection is going great. When Tommy asked, because he met up with everybody, how's your connection going? She's like, I was going wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's awesome. All right. She says they have a really good dynamic with each other. I think they do as well. One thing I feel like I liked about Joy and Clifton is when they're together, you see that they really have a strong energy. They really like each other, right? But I also love that they gave each other the space and things that they need to like go off and do other stuff. You know, like actively get to know other people and not fully be bothered by that, right? So I like that about them. What else? Paul speaks on his connections. Paul says that Tina gone. When it comes to Carmen, he says that she hasn't been very open or something like that. So Carmen says, baby, don't try and say I wasn't very open, but you were the one that ain't open. Like if I ask you how your dates went and stuff like that, you don't want to tell me nothing, right? Now, I'm with Paul on this. However my dates went are not your business, but it's because you're a woman that's very competitive and you like to hear that you're the best at everything or he had a better time with you than somebody else. You'll ask those questions. But primarily, I feel like you should be focused on how y'all dates go. Why are you asking so much about the other dates? Right? I guess that could be a casual conversation, but it seems like something you do all of the time. Right, instead of focusing on y'all. Another thing she said, then she wanted to be real messy because y'all know she really don't like Nakia for real, so she wanted to be real messy. Like, yeah, when he spoke on Nakia and I asked about it, he was like, ugh, when I asked him about the date, that's what he said. He was like, ugh. Y'all, I was so fucking tickled when Paul made the face that he made. He was like, and then he like looked over to Nakia, and then the funniest part towards the end was them putting the camera on Sabrina, and Sabrina was trying out to laugh or whatever. She was like, I was so fucking tickled because I knew Paul. I do believe some of what Carmen's saying. I do, because I just don't see the attraction there. I don't. But I also feel like there was an agenda for Carmen to bring that up. Right? Definitely. Maybe she wouldn't have brought it up if he wouldn't have came for her. So he came for her. So she decided to let all the eggs out the basket. And I couldn't 100% fault her on that. But, you know, let's keep going. Okay. What else? What else ended up happening? So Carmen airs out Paul and says that he needs to be with, he told Carmen that he needs to be with a certain type of woman that looks a certain type of way. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. And I'm finna say this. Y'all ain't gotta like it. Girl, but just like the video. Right? So I feel like Paul is not a looker to very many people. And a lot of those guys that are not a good looker to very many people want a woman whose beauty is just on another level, right? So, yeah, not saying that that's not Nakia, but I think that woman would primarily be a younger woman, right? So somebody maybe like Tina, or initially it would have been Sabrina, right? So I can see that. He needs a woman that looks a certain type of way that's going to make him feel even more confident like he's the man. Well, good luck. What else? So Dakia says that she doesn't believe a thing coming out Miss Carmen's mouth. And I was like, let's go, Dakia. Let's go. Whether I believe some of it, girl, I'm here for you dragging Miss Carmen. Okay. I'm here for you getting on her head. Right. But I do believe that Paul said that, but I also believe that Carmen is highly insecure and disguises it with whatever confidence she wants to label it with. Right. So Dakia calls out Carmen for purchasing her goods, girl, and her having natural ones. I said, oh, wow. Miss Carmen, girl, what you doing and purchased? What you doing and bought? It's your business. Do what you want to do, girl. But I'm just asking, what you went and bought? So Dakia, so Sabrina speaks on her connections at this point because Tommy was like, really back in. Let's come pull it together, okay? So Sabrina speaks on her connections, and I said the audacity of Sabrina to say that Donovan isn't ready for a relationship, but you over here trying to force Demetrius to, in so many words, give you the affection and the things that you need. Did it ever occur to you that Demetrius is not really ready for a relationship? Because it seems like the things that you're yearning for in Demetrius, Donovan will give that to you willingly. Where you starting to be the problem and you starting to put it off on other folks for me. Okay. So what else? Demetrius opens up about not giving her 100% and he reserves that for a woman. And I'm like, I'm not featuring that. And Tommy, why didn't you check him in that moment? Talking about he reserves himself and he doesn't want to give 100%. The entire point of this process is to bring your full self to it. So how dare you sit up there and allow him to escape with saying those words and not check him accordingly? I ain't like that. I don't play like that. Okay, so Donovan speaks on Sabrina giving more attention to Demetrius, which she was over there feeding that man, asking this man on more than one occasion, what's going on? Girl, cut it out. So she's trying to blame him about being in attack mode when she wasn't even giving the man no attention. And that's what I feel like she did with Tori. Okay, and it's honestly, when I think about it, Tori had the same stance as Donovan, but I think Donovan went about it a different way. Donovan just said, you know, when you're getting to know more than one person and you're putting all your energy and your focus over here to that person, like it is not, you know, it's not that great of a thing. Okay, what else? Donovan says that he could go home. Oh, he says that she said he could go home like the last one did. Putting words in her mouth. Now, I will say, when I first heard that, I said, I don't believe that. Right? I said, I don't believe she said that. I don't believe she said that. I don't believe she said that. I'm telling y'all what kind of made me shift my mind just a little bit. Okay? Because she did go and say, well, no, I didn't say that. I just said, when he asked, like, who you think I'll be going home next? And I said, well, it could be you. Right? And I'm like, you ain't follow that up with nothing else? I don't know, but I got my eye on you, Miss Girl. I do. So Tommy goes to meet with Tina. We talked about that. And Tina didn't show up. Talked about that. So next week we will see Sabrina getting into it with Donovan. After seeing that, for me, I sat back and I said, you got into it with Tori. You got into it with Laverne. Even though Laverne was problematic, Laverne was calling out things that you said by way of another woman. And here it is, Donovan's doing the same thing, calling you out about things that you said to him. Now, I do not want to believe that Donovan said that, right? However, I'm not too sure about you, Miss Sabrina, girl. I don't know, girl. It's really you trying to make it seem like everybody else is the problem and that they're not ready and this and that and da-da-da-da. And we don't even know if you're fully ready yourself. So it's just things that you do that I'm watching you, okay? No, we don't believe Paul. And just because we believe Sabrina, why do we have to believe Paul? That makes absolutely no sense to me, Phil. Paul, his facial expressions definitely gave it away for me that he said that. He said that. Paul said that. I'm sorry, boo. Paul said that. Definitely. Do I think Carmen had an agenda? Absolutely. She didn't have to air that man out like that. But look at how the show is going. Paul ain't really got no options. So I feel like him leaning towards her is really to get to the end of the show. I feel like he said it. I will agree that Sabrina isn't squeaky clean, but the audience of this show and the male participants are highly critical at females who date throughout the process, which they should. Okay. That preview has me side-eye Sabrina for sure. She got hella defensive. Correct. So I got my eyes on her. Paul ain't getting no women. Paul ain't getting no women, so he happy with whomever giving him attention. I feel like this is exactly what I'm saying, Phil. He happy with whoever giving him attention and who finna get him to the end of the show. Do you see what I'm saying? And I do think he gotta have a woman that look a certain way. I do. Not that, you know what I'm saying, that Kia don't. I mean, not that she's not that woman. I think that's what Paul said. Like, I wasn't saying that about her. Right? But I think he does feel that way. I love you too, Phil. Absolutely. I love you too. You know what I'm saying? I love all of you guys. Even if we don't agree. Right? What's the point of having an opinion? You know what I'm saying? It's going to differ. Paul's facial expressions was giving, oh shit, she really snitched it. Exactly. And he immediately looked over to Dakia, right? But Dakia ate Miss Girl up though. She definitely ate her up. Tina X told Donovan how she was. She did just what her ex told him. 1000%. 1000%. Sabrina is sneaky and cunning. Her goal is to get to the end of the show. We see you, Sabrina. We do. And it's I wish they could have made decisions like now. Like, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all got people, mean folks, families. We've already met the friends. The only couples I see leaving this process, or the only couple, is Joy and Clifton. That's it. I don't see nobody else. So can we end this real quick, please? Can we? When Paul was put in the bottom two with Tori, he said maybe he is not that dude as they thought he was. I didn't know what he meant. I believe Carmen made that statement, but Paul didn't stop her. What you mean? Carmen is very messy and always wants to know other. That's what I don't understand. But no, I do understand. She has security issues within herself. For sure. Sabrina wants a man that is fully into her. She had that in Tori, but wanted Demetrius. Got Donovan to go after her and still chase a Demetrius. She not ready for love. She's not. And it definitely gives those dynamics of when you want somebody and you got somebody, it's always the person that wants you that you don't want. It's always the person that wants you that you do not want. Because I guess it's something about being able to tame a person or convince a person or to get the person that wasn't really seeing you of interest as a person of interest now. It's something about that. Maybe that's what people call the chase. Maybe that's what she wanted, the chase of it all, child. That's what I'm thinking. I cannot. Y'all messy in the comments. Girl, let's move on. Y'all messy. Let's move on. Put a ring on it. Let's talk about it. Girl, how long I been on here? Girl, and we still got to do... Okay. Love Mary Johnson. Let's get into... Okay, so we pick up with Shay and Fonzo. So glad we did not end with Shay and Fonzo. Okay, Shay says that she wasn't about to date herself. What she said? Oh, she said it wasn't about the date herself. It was more about him being too happy being with the girl, right? I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, sometimes I don't know what Shay wants. Okay. She says hours went by while he was on this date and she was panicking and pacing back. Girl, if he got you doing all that, you need to rethink the relationship for me. If he got you pacing, doing all that, rethink it. This is not healthy. Okay. Kenneth and Shorty. Kenneth says that he and Shorty were already in a bad place, y'all. We're going to talk about how Kenneth ain't really got no job out here. Okay, Kenneth ain't doing nothing but dropping off the DIC and the K and then stalking people. But anyway, girl, allegedly. But I'm just going off what his girl said. But his girl was the one that said that he showed up at her spot. Right. Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Okay, now, Kenneth didn't want to be on the date, y'all know. Shorty says that she don't think that he was really attracted to the girl. So Dr. Nicole tells them that, well, Kenneth say I was attracted to her. My mental just wasn't there. So Dr. Nicole says that, you know, we have to be mindful of not sabotaging this process for, you know, their mates to go on these dates or whatever, because they need to be able to learn how to control themselves while they're in these atmospheres and also be able to make sound decisions for the future on what direction they want to go with them. And I'm sitting over here because Kenneth goes to the confessional and say, well, I don't think Shorty was over there sabotaging the date. No, she wasn't, NIGGA. It was you. You was the one over there sabotaging dates. And you couldn't handle the fact that you took it overboard and you over here thinking about whether or not she finna change the locks. Because we know you don't pay no bills or do nothing, baby. You over here concerned about getting back to the house because you think she finna put your stuff out and change all the locks on your ass, right? That's what you concerned about. Girl, that is actually, as much as it's on this show and we laugh at it and we think it's comical and stuff, that's actually a very serious issue for me. If you're with this man that has, and we'll get to when she talked to Hollywood or whatever, and I feel like I want to skip down to that part actually so we can talk about it. Shorty talks with Hollywood, right? And he asked her like if she feels like 3 years, like, dang, it's been long enough. And she says like she's tried to break up with him. First of all, Hollywood, you asking somebody, do you feel like 3 years is long enough? Sir, you was with Ashley for 10. Let's talk about that. Proposed to her, snatched the ring back, and still continue to be with her. But that's also fault on her for staying in that relationship with your dumb. And y'all was there for 10 years, and you got the audacity to talk about something being too long. But I guess, okay, anyway. Shorty says that she's trying to break up with Kenneth Plenty of times. Plenty of times she's tried to break up with this man, but he follows her everywhere she goes. I believe he was even hanging out at her job, found out where she stayed. He was hanging out over there, then saying that she's talked to her homegirls and was like, I guess her homegirls made her feel good about the actions of what he was doing, about the stalking or whatever it was that he was doing. Man, you know, whenever I broke up with a dude, he just left me alone. Like, girl, you know, and maybe that's not how she said it. That's how I took it. Maybe it could have been like that's some awkward energy that he's giving, because most dudes, when I'm done, they just gone about their business. But this is actually scary and frightening. Okay, girl, this is one of those murder stories that you hear down the line. You hear about this stuff. He's showing, like, when you don't want to be with him, he just shows up. He forces his energy on you. Like, that's uncomfortable. And like I said, as much as we watch the show and we laugh at it and we talk about it and stuff, that's something that should be taken like very serious. He's taking a screenshot of her bank information, her financial records or whatever. He's taking a screenshot of that. He sat up here and bashed her online. Like, you need to go and get the help that you need, sir. It's definitely giving me, if I can't have you, no one will. And that's just ain't shit about that cute. I'm sorry. Then he gonna sit up here and go on a date with somebody talking about how, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, but right now I'm working as a general contractor. You ain't doing no general contracting at all. I don't believe none of that. And then talk about I got a food blog. Not you saying you're a general contractor, but you're an entrepreneur, and then follow it up with a food blog. Girl, what is the name? I may have to look it up, because I'm not believing it at all. Okay. I don't believe this man got anything to offer, and it strongly it just bothers me. I hate it. I hate this shorty got herself in this situation with this son. But anyway, let's go back up. So Kenneth says that we talked about it. So Charlena, her and Otis, they speak on Otis and his need to be in control. I don't like that either. They are still working on him hearing her opinion, because he doesn't like to hear it. Otis says that she gives off different vibes. It's like one moment she wants to be submissive, but then the next moment she wants to be in control or whatever. Or at least she wants to be heard. So he says, submissive, being heard. I mean, number one, those are two totally different brackets, and I see nothing wrong with her wanting to be heard. It's just that you don't know how to deal with balance. I don't know what your lifestyle was, how life was created for you, and how you saw the male role versus the woman role, and whatever way you saw it, times have changed, and ain't nobody trying to operate like that. Okay? If I'm out here working, getting it out the mud, doing whatever it is I gotta do it, you doing the same thing, ain't no way I'm finna come into this household and let you dictate how the stuff finna go. I'm not gonna do that. And I don't think that's something she wants to do, but I think she goes with it because she really cares about him. But I feel like there's nothing wrong for her asking for what she wants. So I feel like it's kind of a good thing that they're doing this with Dr. Nicole, but it's only going to be a really good thing if he starts to see the errors of his ways and start to change it, because it seems like when a woman checks him, he don't know how to really receive that. I wonder how he received it if a man would have told him how out of line he's operating. Okay. Fonzo says when it comes to the date, when he went out on a date with the girl, he don't want to go on another one because the energy wasn't there. Shay's super excited because she says that she's not about to make it easy for the next woman to come in. But Shay, here's the thing, dear. The other women are coming in, according to you. Okay. So it ain't nothing more that you can do or nothing less that you can do to not make other women come in. This process is really on him and how he handles it, because he's the one that needs to maintain the self-control and have a bit of more, not a bit, but have more respect for you. What else? Kenneth doesn't want to date the other girl, which no, I wasn't shocked. He says that he's in a better headspace, but he want to go out with somebody else, right? Otis was the one I was shocked about. He wasn't there with the Cherie, so he doesn't want to go on another date with her. So I was definitely shocked about that. Fonzo and Shay, they're going to have a sit down with Dr. Nicole, and we're going to get into that. So Kenneth is Shorty. She wants him to take his date seriously and actively go through the process. I feel like Shorty could possibly be like, I hope he do find somebody, girl. Okay, so I can wing him the hell up off of me, girl. Please find you somebody, right? Excuse me. What else? So Kenneth dates comes, and we learned that the young lady, Myasia, is a radio personality as well. And come to find out, she used to work with Shorty. Okay, they used to work together. So Shorty didn't know how to feel. She was like, girl, I don't know if I should be happy because I'm kind of comfortable. I know you, but then I don't know because I know you. You about to take my man, right? So they go out to eat, have a good time. She pulled up in, I forgot what you call them, little cars, but she pulled up in something very interesting, right? He loved that because we know he can't afford that, but girl, he'll love to enjoy that. But anyway, girl, we're not talking about that man finances because who he is today ain't got to be who he gonna be next year. But anyway, girl. So he started a food blog. That's what we talked about. He talking about he's an entrepreneur. Because she was like, "What do you do?" He was like, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur." Go into detail. Everybody loves talking about their entrepreneur. What does that look like? What is that? Let's talk. What is it? Are you an entrepreneur because you're running a food blog? What is that? Or are you an entrepreneur, quote unquote, because you're taking on general contracting jobs? Okay, under your business. What's that? Okay, let's talk. Let's dive deeper. General contracting doing what? What was it? Oh, so that's what you do? You take screenshots of people's financial information and you consider that general contracting? Well, then just let people know so you'll never get access to any of my records. I appreciate that. Girl, anyway. What else? So when she asked about the food blog and he told her, I don't even know what he said. She was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Girl, he ain't got no job, Tommy. He ain't got no job, girl. Cut it out." What was very interesting to me, he said he was a Gemini. I said, "Oh, B-I-T. B-I-T. That explains it all, Clarissa." Okay, yes, ma'am. Gemini men are a problem, period. I'm just gonna say it like that. Girl, they is a handful. But I will say that I do believe most Gemini men are best suited for other Gemini women because I feel like they get each other. Okay, because if don't nobody else get you, they'll get you. Okay, so that's probably why they vibe so well and probably gonna continue to vibe well. Because I couldn't. Girl, only thing Gemini men is good for is to smash and pass. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They probably can put it down or whatever like that. Just boom, 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 and then let me go about my business. Okay, but if you think I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, you have me fucked up. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else we got going on here? Oh, he talks about being a person with a big heart, right? And I'm like, I can see that because that's probably all that you can give is a heart. Yikes, but you didn't have a big heart when you took screenshots of that lady records, right? You ain't had no big heart when you sat up there and you was bashing her on social media. You ain't had no big heart when you was following this lady all around town. Okay, so was you walking? Because I feel like you ain't got no car either. Girl, I know that man gonna cuss me out. He seen me in person. You hear me? You gonna have to show me a little something because I don't believe you got nothing. But anyway, let's keep going. Dr. Nicole and Fonzo, they get to the house. We learned that he helps manage Rick Ross. Very interesting. He helps manage Rick Ross. So with that, a lot of women definitely come with it. It sounds like not only does he manage, it seems like he does a bit of promoting as well. And I just would not want to date nobody in that sector. I've talked to somebody in that sector and it's just a whole lot. Like, girl, no ma'am. So I wouldn't want to. What else? So she brings up women contacting her man. She says that, she said if the shoe was on the other foot, then he wouldn't appreciate that. He wouldn't like that at all, right? So she says that she doesn't want to marry anyone that doesn't take infidelity serious. And I'm just like, you're wasting your time. I don't think just this process is going to be enough for it to click, Stephen. I don't think it's going to click enough for him. I just feel like you're wasting your time. You really should just, you know what I'm saying? Just, take this L and keep it pushing, sis. Because I hate how so often he always results to, what am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? Like, I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? It's always him resulting in that. And it's like, he never looks at the bigger picture. He never considers her feelings or anything in it. I don't know. Girl, I feel like you in over your head with this one. He says that when it comes to what she's speaking on at this time, she's talking about social media. So a woman ended up posting an image of him on social media. I guess women be hopping in her DMs and stuff. But the woman that posted the image of him and said the love of my life happened to be an ex. And she's wondering, who is this girl? Why does she feel so comfortable to put this up and then say love of my life? What is this all about? Now, I'm trying to see, is the ex the baby mama as well that was going on the trips? That's because you got a whole lot going on over here, Fonzo. Or is this a different woman? Talking about love of my life. Girl, I'm trying to find out, right? What else? Shay says that he never corrected the girl ever. That would also be a problem for me, right? So we learned that, we talked about the person was the ex. Dr. Nicole says that he needs to start setting boundaries, because without those boundaries, people are going to believe that whatever situation they got going on, it's a lot of room to disrespect it. And obviously he opens up the gates to disrespect because he lets them come on in and frolic on his land. So obviously, they're going to go as far as he going to allow them to go, right? So what else we got? Dr. Nicole's she asked him, how can we fix this? He says, he finally give us an answer. He says, oh, I feel like I can fix it by stop being so friendly and stop being so accessible. She says, well, Shay, what do you think? She said, I mean, this is cute. I mean, if it was true, but I mean, he always figure out a different way to make it, to be more creative about the SHI that he doing. Well, Shay, if you feel that way, sweetheart, why are you with this man? If you feel like you're just not giving yourself the mental rest that you need and he's not helping add to that. So if you feel like even when he tells you he's not doing something and you're still going to go off of what you believe and feel like he is doing something, why are you with him? Why are you doing yourself and him a disservice, girl? You could be off with somebody else happier, okay? I don't know if it's the attachment because he's working with Rick Ross and it makes your brand look good. It's the access of things that you get, but you probably could go off and get somebody even better. Okay, I mean, Sierra did it, girl. I mean, maybe you won't get Russell, but you might, you know what I'm saying, you might get a little something. But why'd you with this man? Right? What else? She said, yeah, I think that was it. She tells him he has to protect what he's trying to create. This is what Dr. Nicole tells him. Like, when it comes down to it, sir, you need to try to protect what it is that you're trying to create, right? So his answer to everything is, I don't know what to do. So we get back to that. Even though he just sat up here and said he could stop being so friendly and stop being so accessible to people, then she says, then he says he don't know what to do. So then she also asked Shay like what she think would help, and she said something about, and I don't know if she said that I feel like she said it at this time, talking about how she doesn't want him to have any relationships or talk to any women outside of business and maybe some friendships. But I don't want to say friendships because, with that, he gets really creative. And Dr. Nicole was like, what's crazy is the fact that you think that you can control him, because you can't. You cannot. Girl, she's annoying. What else? Let's move on. Let's get to Otis and Charlie. She about to go on a date. She wants to know, she wants to know about his date. He's not willing to tell her. I think he enjoys torturing her by giving her little information, which puts her in a space where she has to create what she thinks happened. Like, she creates these scenarios, worst case scenarios, right, in her head of what she thinks could have went on the date, because he's so vague and limited with information about the dates. So he also goes to the confessional and says when it comes to Charlie, she likes to take things when he speaks on other women from 0 to 100. And I said, that's interesting because we've only seen you do that. We only see you do that. And that's why y'all have a lot of issues. And you're going to continue to have issues because you never know how to accept accountability and fault on the things that you do and consider the possibility that you indeed made a person feel a certain way, instead of telling a person that that's not how they feel and it's a part of their imagination. Like, what? You may not have those probably may not have been your intentions, but that's how it came off to her, and that's how she perceived it, and that's how she felt about it. So we're going to have problems with Otis for the rest of the episode for sure. Brent arrives, which happens to be her date, handsome man. He decides he's going to take her to a pasta making class, okay? Brent says that he thinks there's a connection between the two. Brent asks the $1 million question that a ton of us hate, myself included, saying, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, now, date over. Why the hell do you feel the need to ask? I didn't see myself over here sitting down with you. So you want to ask me what the hell it is I saw myself? I can probably tell you maybe 5 minutes. I see myself getting the hell up and heading home. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to ask me that? Then we get to the real reason he asked, because he really wanted to put an impression on her by letting her know, hey, I see myself actually, what he said, being basically running for office or running for Congress or something like that in the next 5 years. That's what he really wanted to get out. Then she asked him about his thoughts on submissiveness. And he's like, I hate that word. I hate that word. I was with him on that. He said, I'm traditional in the sense of, when I get married, I want to be in a position to where my wife doesn't have to work unless she wants to work. I want that option to always be there. But then he also says that I think basically the relationship should be a give and take. I don't want to feel like I have a servant or I'm in charge of somebody or anything like that. It should be like a mutual thing, a give and take, right? And from what he was saying, you know, Miss Charlie liked the answers that he was given. And I thoroughly hope that she takes him on another date. I do. I hope that she goes out on another date with him and just see what that's going to be like, because obviously she really enjoyed herself on this date. So I'm like, yeah, I hope she do another one. Right. So who else we got? What else we got over here? Shorty in Hollywood. We talked about that, right? Hollywood asked her if she feels like 3 years is too long. I didn't want to hear what he had to say. He was in a 10-year relationship, engaged, next to the ring back. Y'all know how I feel. Shorty says that she's tried to break up with him plenty of times, but he follows her everywhere she goes. Girl, you ain't filed no charges, no nothing. Okay, but maybe not. All right. Yeah, I just felt like he has nothing to offer but DICK. I feel like he lives in her house because she somewhat said it, like the spot that I'm in now, he came there. So yeah, I feel like he came to her house and he drives her car. It's all on her. Okay, girl, be mama if you want to. So her terrible friends encouraging her to stay is what I said. But again, I could have perceived that wrong. I felt like if those friends are saying, girl, like, you know, hang in there, like, you know, at least he tried to be with you or whatever, girl, them are the type of friends that want to see you doing no better than them. Okay, that was the type of friends that you got. What else? Hollywood tells her that life is too short to be unhappy. I was featuring Hollywood this episode because a lot of things he said I didn't disagree with. So I definitely was here with him when he was talking about some stuff, talking about men, equating men to dogs and stuff. And when you get a puppy, how you got to train them and stuff, and how they got to learn their lessons and stuff like that. She never taught him how to treat her, right? And if he ain't learning his lesson, life ain't, you know, too short. You know, so you might want to just be happy and cut your losses and let this man go. Meeting with Dr. Nicole. Charlie brings up Otis withholding info about his dates. I felt like he does it to bother her. She says she gets scolded when he comes to her date. Like when she go on dates, when it comes to her going out on dates, he ends up scolding her, but he doesn't want to give her information or anything. Otis says that he wishes she didn't feel that way, but it's inaccurate. Right? Otis says that she feels things that doesn't happen. I said, what? How you gonna tell this woman how she feel? And how you gonna tell her it didn't happen? Girl, this man is crazy. Dr. Nicole then asked Dr. Nicole, when are we gonna address those type of things when she feeling stuff that ain't really happened? I said, wow. Wow, sir. Okay. He says it's just no, Dr. Nicole says that he's giving off something that makes her feel childlike or whatever. And I said, yeah, it's her experience. And if she's expressing to you about how she feel, who are you to tell her that that's not what she felt? I don't like that. All right. Basically, he don't like to take accountability. And that's pretty much where we ended. We'll put a ring on it. We'll see what the hell is going to happen with that. What's going on, Kiana? Otis is full of it and is very, very manipulative. Yes. Shorty is smart because going on the show, everything will come out and he can go to jail and she can get away from him. Oh, we going to see her. We going to see what really going to go down, honey. Hollywood is a whole... Oh, yeah, he's in a whole relationship on the gram. So IDK, why he even on this show acting like he's single? I feel like he probably met this girl after. Met the girl he's with now, probably after they filmed the show. I could see that. Or they could have been in the talking stages. But what I do want Hollywood to do for me, I want you to stop doing all your videos in your boxers. Like, I am tired, girl. I don't follow him, but like on my TikTok, it'll pop up and I'm like, let me swipe, girl, because I don't know why this keep trying to get in my algorithm, girl, because I don't care. Okay? And the relationship is getting forced, but it's yours, so do what you want to do with it. What else is happening? Read a few more, then I'm gonna move on. Low-key shade, Charlena and Shorty need to bounce because none of these men are worth putting a ring on it. Like, none of them. Not a single one. You know. All these ladies need to leave their men. Shorty needs to move to another city, plus get a restraining order on Kendall, because that man crazy. Do you hear me? How you ain't got no job and stuff? Ain't got no car. Girl, this is all alleged. I don't know what that man got. This is just what I believe, okay? And you out here acting a plum fool. No, sir. I don't like it. I hate it. But, ooh, girl, I've been out here for almost an hour and a half. All right, let's go ahead and scoot over. Let's go ahead and scoot over. Let's go ahead and get on to the show that you guys really came here for. All right. I thank you guys so much for being here. Please go ahead and hit the like button if you have yet to do so. All right. Go ahead and do that for your girl. If you're not already subscribed, you can also go ahead and hit me with that subscribe button as well. And follow me as well on Twitter and on Instagram. On Twitter, I always try to share my videos over there because YouTube don't always send out the notifications, girl. So make sure you're following me on Twitter, all right? So let's go ahead and get into Love and Marriage, Huntsville, okay? Now, we see, it was a cute episode. It was cute. It was cute. We see Tiffany and Mel. Tiffany tells Mel about the sit down with King. She is in a better place with her, but Stormy was the one that rubbed her the wrong way, okay? I just find it funny because I'm like, Tiffany, how does it feel? D'Angelo, how does it feel? How does it feel that now you're in the very seat that you had other people in last season? Tiffany says, because Mel said, well, girl, you was like that. You was very opinionated or whatever last season. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, and I owned it. And I said, yeah, you owned it after people came to check you. So maybe you need to have the sit down that Mel says you should have with Stormy. Okay. So there's that. Tiffany tells her about the book signing with Martell. Mel says that she was made aware but not asked about it a day, or she said she was made aware of it, but I wasn't asked about it, and I was made aware of it a day or two before. I don't know. I ain't get the email, but some part of me like, I don't know about that mail. Even if you was asked, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you still, I mean, they was on your week. You still could have said no, I suppose, but I feel like you knew. Anyway, she says that she had to set boundaries with this. Tiffany challenges her to not make decisions based on the issues with them, the things that's happened between the both of them. All right. So Mel says, no, she says, I'm not going to do that. And I don't fault Mel for this. Mel said, girl, we ain't even been divorced for a whole year, girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is very recent. So I have nothing but to compare it to how he's acted, you know, from the past and throughout this divorce. How he's acted up until this point, girl, I ain't got no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, think that. So that's what I'm going off of. And you're not going to come in and tell me that different. Okay? So Tiffany says, well, you know, there's three sides, girl. There's a Martell side, your side, and the truth. And Mel said, well, you're not going to play with me like that. Okay, because my side gonna always be the truth. So what else is going on? Ooh. Well, Mel says, girl, these exes be out here, they be trying to control you, girl, and you have to set boundaries. You got to teach people how to treat you, okay? So Tiffany opens up about her marriage, okay? I guess she tried to say she's been through things with her past marriage, right? Mel decides to ask her more about that. Tiffany says it ended because she wanted more than he was willing to give her. So I guess like he worked his ass off from what it sounds like, but I guess he didn't have the money that she wanted. She wanted to have a certain lifestyle and all this other stuff. This man loved her down to the ground, loved her and her son unconditionally. Now, I need y'all to tell me. Let me go to the comments because I need to know it. I could be wrong. Now, how I understood this story, and this is why I'm asking y'all because y'all may know I need some clarity. I always understood the story of Tiffany cheating on her ex and leaving, but cheating on her ex with Lewis. And I could be wrong, so clear that up. I don't want to put that out there if that ain't what it is. I always thought that Lewis and Tiffany were married to someone else. They cheated with each other, and then they got together. All right, somebody let me know that. So Tiffany says he loved her and her son unconditionally, and she feels like she was selfish and believes she should have been a better wife to him. And the reason why she's a better wife to Lewis is because she knows what it feels like to be loved unconditionally. And I'm thinking to myself, if it is indeed that you left this man to go be with Lewis and you cheated or whatever like that. I'm like, girl, that's some shady shit. And now you want to sit over here and give all your love or whatever to this other man because you knew what it was like for another one to love you, the one you cheated on. But anyway, girl, I'm just trying to get an understanding. And nobody seems to know, girl. Don't nobody in the comments seems to have the answer. Okay. Would I get a girl? Well, y'all let me know if y'all heard it like I heard it, because that's how I thought it was. But anyway, let's keep going. All right. So she says she felt like he was her soulmate, right? Okay, thank you, so iconic. Okay, thank you. So it was somebody else. It was somebody else. Okay, gotcha. Okay, exactly. Now that Mel set that boundary, Martell knows to only schedule things on his weekends. Don't he know now? Girl, if he didn't know now, I mean, no, then he know now. All right, so let's move on, okay? Tisha and Kimmy. So we pretty much resolved that with Miss Tiffany. Tiffany seems like she has a bit of regret because that husband has since passed away, and he loved her fully, unconditionally, and she didn't return the love like she felt like she probably could have. Now, I don't know how he passed. I don't know if it could have been, cancer or something or whatever it could have been, but he's no longer here with us, and it seems like she's having a little bit of regret there. All right, so Tisha and Kimmy. Kimmy lets Tisha know that she isn't washing her hands of she and Tisha. Okay, so she called Tisha. Kimmy calls Tisha, has Tisha come over there, and I'm just like, when did y'all really get so cool all of a sudden? Maybe there was a talk, or maybe the brothers were putting pressure on them to, come together. So that's what happens, right? So Kimmy lets Tisha know that, listen, you already know how I am. If it's somebody I don't know and I don't rock with, I'm not going to keep up here talking to them, going back and forth with their ass. But when it comes to you, just understand I'm not going to write you off. That's just not how that's going to go. Tisha says, well, I appreciate you saying that. Tisha speaks on how she don't like to go back and forth with people either, and she's tired of arguing. So she wants to leave all of the BS in last year, and let's just move forward from this point, okay? Kimmy spoke on the trip and how it was just amazing. Y'all know her and her husband finally went on their trip for the first time. So she's really happy about that, or their honeymoon for the first time or whatever. And she plans on going again. But she says when they go again, she wants the crew to go. She wants the whole group, right? What else ended up happening? Maurice and Marceau. Oh, hold on. How dare I get ready to move forward? So Kimmy brings up the slumber party and how she and Destiny weren't, and how Tisha and Destiny weren't there, but Kiki was. So at this point, Miss Tisha like, oh, was she, girl? I didn't even know her and Mel was cool like this. So when they started doing that, when that started happening. So Tisha was shocked because she didn't even know. Kimmy felt like it wasn't fair, because conversations came up about Miss Tisha, and she felt like Tisha wasn't there to defend herself. So she felt like that was a problem, right? So Tisha doesn't like that she was, that her cousin, when she found out that she didn't like that her cousin was going against her with the very person that don't even like her. Like, how dare you, BIT, go against me? Whew. Kimmy says, girl, I think y'all need to have a conversation. And Tisha's like, all right, girl, we'll talk. So we get to Maurice and Marceau. Maurice says that Kimmy enjoys traveling and how he had to fight Kimmy off him. I bet. All right. Marceau had me cracking up because he was like, baby, that's TMI. You talking about my sister-in-law. I don't need to know what's going on in the bedroom. I just asked you how the trip was. You need to tone all that down. Okay? Yeah. Louis decides that he's finna walk up, right? Louis calls out Marceau for being hard on him at the reunion. Marceau said, oh, I was hard. Oh, okay. I mean, I thought I was being fair, but you got the floor. Tell the person what's up. So Louis didn't like being called fake and feeling as though his opinion was not warranted, right? So Marceau speaks on proposing to Tisha. Like, I proposed to her when I was 26 years old, and I asked this woman to be my wife for the rest of my life. And you haven't earned the right to share your opinion with me, right? And then Louis says, but you have the right to share yours with me because you did. Well, really, Marceau says you don't have the right to share your opinion with me and vice versa. And then Louis said, well, you do. That's what you do, though, because you did it to me, right? So then they do a flashback of things that Louis said about being honest with your partner, because primarily Marceau's issue is this: I don't like that y'all are trying to say that I'm in a bad marriage. That's a problem for me. Okay. What else? Okay, yeah. So then Marceau asked him, who does he think he is to speak on his marriage? And Louis says it was based on what he saw. Right? So Marceau argument applies the same for Louis. I just feel all this arguing that Marceau was doing back and forth, like, you don't have the right to speak on my marriage, da, da, da. He's already said out his mouth, like, it also applies to me. But Marceau, you constantly give your opinions about other people's marriages, and not just marriages, but situations. But nobody has a right to speak on what you got going on. Oh, wow. Okay. So Marceau says he doesn't like that they said that he was in a bad marriage. Okay. I didn't really recall when they did the playback that they even said that you were in a bad marriage. Maybe Tiffany said it, but I just don't recall Louis saying it. And I just don't recall that being said, but y'all can let me know. What else happened? This was so funny to me. Louis says, Louis was trying to say, Marceau, you know me, okay? You know, I've been around since the 90s. You know me. Then Marceau said, wait a minute, baby. We know of each other, but if you finna sit up here and play like we know each other like that, baby, we don't know each other like that. So you could tone all that down. I don't know you like that. Now, don't be sitting up here trying to lie to the cameras. Like we had some type of relationship when you know that we did. Like we ain't bros like that. We ain't cool. We knew of each other. I knew you enough to be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But don't act like we know each other, girl. The way Louis got quiet, I said, baby, you better get quiet. Because he just got you on that one. Girl, people love saying they know somebody, don't they? Ooh. So what was also interesting to me was when Maurice jumped into the conversation and tried to give Louis an example of strangers speaking on their relationship. And I just took it like this. It was the way the Scott brothers double teamed Louis for me to convince him to believe that what they were saying was right and what he was saying, thinking, and feeling was wrong. I said, come on, manipulation. Come on, Scott manipulation 101. Come on, Scott manipulation 101, because that's exactly what it is that it was giving me. Girl, I say, I hope Louis bring this conversation, because y'all gonna do something. Y'all gonna do something, and y'all gonna put y'all mouth on other people's marriages. And I want Louis to bring it back to the forefront, because it's gonna happen. But let's keep going. Okay. Now, what Maurice ended up doing was requesting an apology to come from Marceau. Now, granted, Louis gave an apology to Marceau, and then Marceau ended up giving one back. So the guys are good for the moment. We'll have to see how that's gonna play. So Martell and Melnica. So Martell is over here with Melnica. And it looks like Martell is finally listening to the people, and he's working on ebooks for health and fitness. He's working on a cookbook surrounded by health, vegetarian meals, and other, good things. Okay. Melnica started talking about having the kids included the next time around. Martell says moving forward, he wants to make sure that whatever happens is going to be on his week. Right. Okay. So now you ain't got to worry about none of that. He also talks about not controlling people or something like that. Like you can't control people. She was like, no, you can't. Okay. Got to let them do what they're going to do out here in these streets. All right. You haven't earned that trust for her to want to drop the kids off during her week. Okay. So it is what it is. All right. What else? He wants to do a wine tasting or something like that in Atlanta. So that's going to happen. And she wants to know, like, who all you trying to invite. He was like, oh, my family, my friends, visitors and stuff like that. I want the guys there. Okay. Louis, Maurice, Marceau and all that. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, but it ain't going to bring about none of the troubles, from what y'all was out here doing in the streets. Like when y'all was out here sending out the photos and all that, and we ain't gonna get none of that easy. And he was like, nah, she said, okay, I want to make sure y'all keep that in a group text. Okay. Don't bring that out. Okay, because I don't need nothing messing up this wine tasting or grand opening or whatever the hell y'all trying to do. Okay, this special event. So Melnica decided to ask, what else? She asked him something about, can linebackers come? They laugh at it. She says yes. I said, now Melnica, now girl, you just told him that he need to keep that type of mess away from what y'all trying to do. Why you gonna ask him that on camera? Now why you gonna ask trying to be funny? Why you gonna do that with your mess sister? Okay, y'all should leave that in a text like you said. But let's move on. Stormy and Tiffany. So I love Stormy. Like I like her until I don't like her. Okay, right now I like Stormy. Stormy is a kiki and a cackle. Okay, so Tiffany asked if she was offended, right? And Stormy says, well, give me a second, okay? Because that's why I came here. I came here to talk to you, you know, and apologize to you, even regardless of, you know, your ignorant comment that you made, right? That's why I'm here. All right. So then Tiffany goes on to tell her, like, yeah, girl, I appreciate that because, you know, you really came off a bit feisty. And Stormy said, no, you're not going to put that on me. She was like, no. She's like, no, you're not. Passionate. That's what I was giving. I was giving a whole lot of passion. Feisty? No, ma'am. Passion? Absolutely. Okay, girl. So then Tiffany says, no, yeah. So Stormy tells her to stay passionate, but Stormy says that she doesn't want to go back and forth with her. She said, I don't want to go back and forth with you, but I do want to get to know you. Like, that's why I'm here. So Stormy says, tell me about the issues with the transparency. And Tiffany says, well, you know, I just feel like transparency is being used more often than what it needs to be. And I would say more authentic. I was giving the girls authenticity. I said, girl, shut up. You was being more authentic about other people's business. That's what it was. Transparent, authentic. It still was dealing with other folks' business, Miss Tiffany. Now you're coming off as more, I ain't gonna say more, but you're coming off as a bit. You're giving us a bit of transparency when you had to sit down conversation with Mel. All right. And when Lewis had to grab you up in so many words and told you to stop acting like you over here don't know this man. Okay. So you giving us a little something, Miss Tiffany. We like it. You cute. Anyway, Tiffany rambling, going. It's funny because Tiffany probably wasn't even talking that long, but the way that they did the editing made it seem like she was talking forever. And Stormy was just like, girl, I'm not even gonna lie. Girl, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot what you were saying about 5 sentences ago. I'm just saying, girl, here go Tiffany. So I feel like that was shade. I said, girl, that was not no shade. That was realness. She was being honest. You just didn't know how to take it. Yeah, you know how the people really couldn't take your transparency, your authentic behavior last year. That's what it was. Girl, funny. So, Stormy, I think Tiffany wanted to know more about her childhood or something. I wanted her to go back into like what happened when she was like getting older. And that's what she kind of told us about her being raised by a woman in Birmingham, and then people finding, you know, her giving up for foster care and being found in Montgomery and somehow made her way to Huntsville or something. She kind of gave a little bit of that story. Okay. Stormy ended up opening up about having endometriosis, saying that she actually went through the process of IVF because she was told if she did it the regular way, she could end up having an ectopic pregnancy. And with that, she could lose one of her fallopian tubes. And if she loses it, then it's going to make it harder for her to conceive. Okay. So she decided to do the IVF. And she says she doesn't want to be pregnant again because she said she almost died. I believe she bled out like a bit, like too much, right? So Tiffany and Lewis are considering having another baby. Well, having their first child together. And y'all know what else is interesting? When Tiffany told me that she was 34. She says, yeah, because I think Stormy said, you're 34, right? She was like, yeah, I'm 30. Yes, 34. Yes. I'm giving 34. Tiffany, how old are you? Girl, tell the people for real. Give us the honest truth. Your fashion, you may be 34. Your fashion is giving 44. And it's okay, because it's some beautiful 44-year-olds on my line. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be 44 someday. I pray I make it that long, okay? But we're in 2022. And we're not going to do any type of workouts in front of the people. Okay? We're going to keep it honest. We're going to be real. You're not 34. And Lewis, for God sure, is not pushing 35. Okay? And I'm going to refuse to believe that he's dating a younger woman. You know what I'm saying? How old is your son? How old did you say you had your child? How old were you? How old is your son now? Some things aren't adding up. It could be just your attire that's not adding. I'm not sure. But the math is not mathing. It's not. I'm bothered. I am. I'm 34. Well, we shall see. I don't know. They say black don't crack, but yours is, has a little dent or something. I don't know what's going on, but listen, we'll revisit. Okay? We'll revisit. We'll try that again. 34. Not believing it. Let's move on. What else do we have here? Let's see. What else do we have? What else? I'm still stuck on 34. Sorry. I'm having a hard time. Maybe it's the fashions. Get with Destiny. Let's keep going. Her fashions aren't that great either, is it? Well, she's friends with Mel. Get with Mel. Okay, let's move on. Tisha and Kiki. Right? So Carmen done hit Tisha quick. Y'all know Tisha was over here talking about Mel over there with Destiny and whoever else, girl. So her cousin said, I'm going to talk about you. Okay? And shut up before I get to talking about you. This is exactly what your cousin was giving. So she confronts Kiki. Kiki pulls up to Black. All right? They go and have a sit down. She confronts her about the things that she said to Mel. Why was you over there talking about me with a BIT that you know don't even like me? Let's talk about that, right? So I thought we was good. Now I'm just letting you know what I thought, okay? Because the thing happened a long time ago, so I'm thinking that we good. I'm thinking we see each other, but then you decided to go up here and team up with a BIT that you know don't give a about me. Girl, I see your true colors shining through. But okay, so Kiki says that I thought we was good too, girl. I did. I thought we was good too until I learned about the stuff that you was saying about me to Mel or Martell. And then Tisha said, well, girl, when did I say it? Girl, back in Christmas time. Circa 5 years ago. She didn't tell us that, but Tisha did. Girl, we on your head, Kiki. So anyway, she was like, girl, you was over there telling stuff about me. You was over there talking SHI about me to Mel and Martell. It was stuff that I didn't even want you to tell. And then Tisha said, well, girl, what did I say? What did I say? Didn't say it. No. It's your business. I want you to say it. Well, girl, I want you to say my business because you ain't had no problem telling my business then. So I'm telling now. Go ahead. I'm not going to say it. You say it. I'm not going to say it. You say it. I'm not going to say it. You can say it. So go ahead. Tisha like, girl, I'm not going to say that. Okay. So, I mean, what's up? What's going on? Girl, this was just not the cousins fighting. Okay. Kiki said, girl, go on say it because you sat up here and you apologized to me for it. Okay. And Tisha was like, well, girl, I thought that we was good. So why are we even here? You waited to get on camera? That's what it was. You wanted to get on camera? Kiki, we're not believing you, ma'am. You came on the screen last year and you was team Tisha down to the ground. Team Tisha down to the ground. Okay. Ready to call out Miss what's her name? Miss Kimmy. And then you come on here and then you want to spill some different type of beans. Girl, creating a reason. Girl, we know it was the producers that said, do you have any issues going on with Tisha? So when did this happen? That long ago? Bring that with you. Yes, we love to rehash old beef, all that. Yes, bring that information with you. Well, I mean, we dug up some past situations dealing with Martell. So of course we'll dig up that. Bring it with you. Yes, we'll love it. We'll book ya. Okay. Anyway, what else ended up happening? So Tisha says that she said, oh, this is what Tisha kind of lied. Tisha said, oh, so you want to sit up there, you want to believe what the people said? Well, girl, they said it to me. Okay, I wouldn't believe what they were saying had what they said not been true. Okay, but they gave me word for word, which was 1000% true. That was my business that I only told you, Sue-Ann. So what's going on, right? And she says, girl, I told you that the SHI was not true. So if you want to choose to believe on people, then you do whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, okay, it's very weird because if your cousin has apologized to you for it and you agree that y'all are in a better place, why are you bringing it to the forefront now? And so when they mention clout, that does seem like what it's giving, Miss Kiki. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. All right, that is what it seemed like. You needed a moment, just like you came on the screen last season seeking a moment with Kimmy, and I was wondering where all these random family members was coming in at. You know what I'm saying? That ain't have nothing to do with nothing. We seeing the uncles over here talking to Marcel about some stuff that happened a long time ago, but that's what Tisha family do. So I can't even follow her because remember the uncle came over there talking to Marcel, talking about, you said we was on from a different side of the track. You remember when you said that? Okay, baby, we so far removed from that. We so far removed, but y'all, that's what y'all do. Y'all like to bring stuff from the past and bring it back up. So I guess this is normal in the family, okay? But the difference is Tisha apologized to you for it. But you sat up there, accepted the apology, and then want to sit up here and justify your actions for talking about your cousin with somebody else and say, oh, it's because you did what you did a long time ago. Girl, if you wasn't over it, then you should have just said that. Okay? You should have just said that. If you wasn't over it, then you shouldn't have used me as a reason and an excuse to get onto the show to act like you're coming at Kimmy when the whole time you were really mad at me. What's really going on here? Okay? So when Tisha said, I got something for you, girl. No, you ain't got to worry about it, girl. How about we just cut it? Okay. How about we cut ties, girl? We ain't even got to deal with this. Okay. If you want to sit up here, you want to ride with them folks, and I sat up here and I apologize to your And you want to rehash some stuff from 4 to 5 years ago, girl, and create a beef with me? Okay, to cover up the actions of what you did and then to go against me with somebody else, that means that you've been feeling a way about me, Miss Girl. So how about this? We just cut ties. It was only in that moment that I have to be honest. Y'all may not like it, but I said, let's go, Tisha. Let's go. Be honest, okay? Be honest. Now, Tisha may not have presented herself how I may have thought she should have when it came to mail or whatever, but Tisha know who to try. That's what it's giving. Tisha know who to try. Okay. And I felt like she was rightfully so in trying back that cousin because the cousin was wrong in that moment. Now, how I'm going to feel later on this season, we shall see. I'm just speaking for the moment. I like to speak for the moment. You know, I change, whatever. So, yes, in this moment, I went mad at him. Okay. If that's how you feel, BIT, we'll cut ties and we'll go our separate ways. Okay. But this is what we did not see. And I feel a way about it. I hope we see it next week. But did y'all see in the previews when Tisha had said to her cousin, you did that bullshit? Did she say that? Didn't Tisha say that? Carlos, come to the front, come to the podium. Come up. Where that piece at? What y'all did with that part? Because I was thoroughly looking forward to seeing Tisha say, you did that bullshit. Where is that? Don't put it in the preview and not put it in the show. Are we going to see it next week? Are they going to make their way back into the room and sit down? Or is that going to be a different time? Okay, did she have on a different type of attire? Do I need to go back and watch the clip? Maybe I need to watch the trailer again. Because I was thoroughly looking forward to that moment. You did that bullshit and we didn't get it. But anyway, what else we got? So Tisha go outside. She called Kimmy. Kimmy, girl, where you at? Girl, I am shooketh. I'm razzled and bedazzled. I am, girl. So listen, I sat up here and talked to her, and she gonna bring up some SHI from 5 years ago, and I had already apologized to that because I like to hang on to stuff for real. I don't know how to fight like that for real, girl. I just be ready to get this stuff over with, and I just be trying to move on. You know what I'm saying? But she over here on some other SHI, you know what I'm saying, trying to excuse her mother actions for the stuff that she did. Sit over here talking about me, the male, girl. Girl, yes, Kiki walked down and said, oh, is they cursing their mamas out in Spain? Ma'am, what's going on? Who you over here talking about me to that? Okay, who you talking about? I said, oh, girl, this is messy. We like some family drama. So I was definitely here for it. So there's that. The episode ended that way. We're going to see what it's going to give us on next week. What are you all's thoughts about it? Okay. Let me see. Yes, she did say that. They showed Tisha eat her up in the previews. Right? I'm like, and I missed it. Did I miss it or something like that? I want to see that part. I think Tisha was admitting she was speaking to Mel, but not laughing at Kiki. Truth, yes, you're right, Phil. She did say that. She was speaking to Mel, but not laughing at her. But I don't know. She could have been laughing. Because I feel like, and y'all tell me, if you're talking about me to somebody else, you wrong all the way around. Whether you was laughing or not, it's just the fact that you sit up here consulting about my business with somebody else. And if I wanted them to know, I'll go let them know. You know what I'm saying? So she was wrong all the way around. But at the end of the day, she apologized for it. So if she apologized and you accepted the apology, why are we here? Why are we here? Okay? That's not making any sense. Not you calling her tissue. Oh my. Oh wow. I wasn't mad at Tisha for saying let's cut ties, baby. Tisha loves saying let's move forward, then bring it back up. Her cousin did it to her. What she do with everyone else runs in the family. Ooh, baby. They similar. That's true. That's very true. She has done that for sure, especially when it's coming to Kimmy. And then now it's your turn to receive that. Talk about let's move forward. Ooh, girl. Appreciate that. Appreciate that message there. Okay, Tisha, how you leave your own establishment? I would have told Kiki to get out my SHI. True. Maybe I feel like she just walked outside so she can call Kimmy. It probably was too loud in there. But I guess you could have went in the office too, huh? And Tisha is hypocritical AF though. I clapped my hands for Tisha in that moment. Yeah, I was like, okay, me too. I was like, well, let's go. Okay. Well, stick up for yourself then, Tisha. I guess you could do it with your cousin, huh? She was ready for her that day, but I just feel like the cousin was wrong though. Kimmy has never been on Tisha's side. Kimmy only care now because Maurice is involved. Interesting. Interesting. Marcel would be crazy to go into business with Martell. Are you talking about on the next week's episode? I kind of thought about that, and I just, I thought about. So Martell helped them create Scout. Okay, so it's Scout and Scott and Hope put together, right? And it's just so funny how. I don't know how Martell fully treated them, but remember how Martell was like, I helped y'all put this together, and I'm like, my, how the mighty has fallen, that you have to go back and ask someone about getting back on board with their business. I feel like they're going to say no. And if they do, they're going to keep him in a very, very small, limited capacity. But we're going to see. I feel like Marceau may feel indebted to him a bit because when Marceau was down and out or whatever situation, Martell, when he was up, he helped them, right, get to where they are and continue to help them by putting them on this show. So I feel like they might feel a little bit in debt with him. But I don't know. I kind of felt Tisha during the commercial. I just got to watch and see when she was like, I don't know if I could trust Martell fully, right? So I definitely accepted and understood Tisha's thoughts on that. So if they let him come back, it'll be in a very limited capacity, child. Ooh, I would believe that happened. I think. I'm not sure at the time whether she had it or not. I would want to say she did. But I know she had a lot of involvement with it. Let's see. But you go to call Kimmy. But you go to call Kimmy when Kiki. But you go to call Kimmy when Kiki come out. She acted scary like Kiki walking up Kimmy. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like she needed somebody else to talk to outside of Marceau. That's what I'm thinking. I saw Kiki do a video the other day. She went live and she just played some music. T.I. Haters Get On Your Job. And I'm like, she got to be talking to the other Scotts because y'all know all the Scott brothers been on her head for the most part. Mama Wanda been on her head as well. And I'm sure Mama Wanda going to have some things to say about this last episode. So, yeah, she just went live just to sing that song, Haters Get On Your Job. I was like, oh, okay, then, bro. Well, there's that. Well, you guys, listen. This has been nice. All right. I really wasn't even expecting to be on here for 2 hours. So I'm sorry I took up most of your time, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Okay. We had over 400 people in the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me, please. And also, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. All right. In addition to that, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.